Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto From Nobody to Hokage. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing, the shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Kazuto Senju for suggesting this idea. I was reading your comments. He suggested this idea like 9 to 10 days ago from what I could read on my community tab. And yeah, honestly sorry for delay, but thank you for giving me some time off to recover from my lack of sleep and me falling sick and all that. Hopefully I will keep a clean schedule because last night I slept on on time like 10 p.m. because I was exhausted again. So yeah, I woke up quite early today feeling refreshed. Hopefully nothing goes wrong this time. Here's hoping. Anyways, I hope you guys all stay safe, and if you have suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I will try to prioritize your ideas before mine because I have some banger ones. Anyways, enough said. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels, and enough of me yapping. Let's, without any further ado, begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konohagakure no Sato, 12 years after the QB attack. As we go towards the said village, it was nighttime and a peaceful evening as well. The shops were closing down, the civilians were already resting at their home while the shinobis were still active. Most of them were done with their job for the day, while those who were away were either returning back or sending news back. As we go towards the only man out of all who wasn't resting throughout the whole day, the Hokage. As we see, Hiruzen Sarutobi was currently seated on his desk. A cup of tea was placed nearby him, keeping him active and refreshed because a huge pile of paperwork was present there. Even at an old age, he was still working tirelessly so that the village could run smoothly. As suddenly we see, Hiruzen noticed that his vision was getting blurry. What the? As suddenly it went blank. And next thing he realized, he was inside the hospital room. And right next to him, seated on the chair, was the doctor. Doctor, what happened? Sorry to say, Hokage-sama, but you fainted. Your health, it's depleting and fast. You need to take care of yourself more. You're not resting enough. Resting? How can I rest when the village needs me? And there's a lot of work to be done. But you have to still. If you continue this, your health will decline. And you might. We all die, Doctor. We all do. But we don't have to lose you. You still have a lot to give, but you need to take care of yourself. You need proper rest. That I can agree with. I am old, and my health will continue to depreciate if I don't find a successor soon. I have given my whole life to Konoha. It is time that I think of myself a little bit selfishly. Ando, as on his command, from the shadows emerged some shinobis wearing masks and attire different from the rest. Yes, Hokage-sama. I want you to gather the council members and bring them to the council. I presume I was passed out only for a few hours? 8 hours. Yes. Good. Here, take this before you leave, Hokage-sama. What are these pills, Doctor? Energy boosters, and it will help ease your mind. Just don't stress too much things, okay? I will try to. As while going there, Hiruzen was in a deep state of thought. As he arrived, he didn't greet anyone and was seated there. Danzo saw that there was some markings of bandages on his hand. He went to the doctor, Hiruzen. Yes, I did. As everyone immediately asked about his health. Well, the truth is, I passed out on the Hokage desk while working yesterday night. I have been working tirelessly, and because of that, my health is decreasing, and fast. If I don't find a successor, I might overwork myself and die. And because of that, it is time, I guess, to find a new successor, a new Hokage. People begin to murmur of who it could be. Do you have anyone in mind? Not at the moment, but we can try to find the candidates. As Danzo stood up, you don't need to. You already have one, right in front of everyone. Now I agree that I am old as Hiruzen, but I am more mentally stabilized and know my work ethic. Hiruzen has been working a long time. On the other side, I will be more than be ready and able to take this job. Because not only the paperwork is the job, the whole point of the Hokage is to lead. I have the experience, so I will be able to lead, as many people agreed. Hold on. I agree with you, Danzo, said Hiyashi Hyuga as he stood up, but as Hiruzen-sama said, his health and age is taking a toll on him. You already are covered in bandages. What says after a few months, maybe let's say an year, or at best 2 years, you too give out. Your health starts to decline too. What then? We will have to look for a new Hokage. Esteemed Council, I ask you this. Are we going to continue this cycle, like look for a new Kage every year or so? As people begin to murmur again, so what are you suggesting, Hiyashi-san? Said Hiruzen. Konoha needs someone young to guide it. Someone who is already leading. Most of us are here leading their own charge and have given an assigned duty. I, on the other side, haven't. Meaning I have free time in which I will be more than willingly and gladly give it to Konoha as its Hokage. As Danzo looked towards him, you are immature, I have the experience. And yet, every Hokage before me had no experience. Hiyashi-sama, Hashirama-sama didn't, Tobirama-sama didn't, and neither did Hiruzen-sama when he became the Hokage. Sorry to say, sir. No offense taken. And then there was Minato. He was young. He was far wise beyond your ears and peers, said Homura. Minato was someone who was different, unpredictable, and always coming up with solutions that nobody have thought of. He was different, in a league of his own. But you're forgetting one thing, Hiruzen. Unfortunately, Minato is no longer here, and Konoha needs someone experienced, someone new, said Hiyashi as he stepped in. If both of you would just sit and be quiet, I might give you a solution. Tsunade Senju is a prime candidate, linked with the first and the second Hokage, and with the knowledge that she possesses. She, if convinced, is more than willing to lead and would gladly be able to fulfill my shoes. And then there is Jiraiya, both experienced and a bit younger. As both of them quieted down. As Danzo then said, but they're not here. I will call them, and then we will have a meeting. And so, now we see, Hiruzen left, and was now resting. That is, until Hiruzen witnessed that his student Jiraiya dropped by. It was nighttime when he arrived. So, I heard you're retiring, Sensei. Not funny, Jiraiya. Not funny at all. Do you know how the situation is in the village? The civilians, the people, how would they react? It's not about them, Sensei. It's about you and your health. I know you've been giving everything you got for Konoha's sake. It's time you retire. So, who's the poor bastard who you're gonna put in that seat now? I was hoping you or Tsunade, to be honest. Huh, no. Not me. And Tsunade? Yeah, nice joke, Sensei. So, who are we really going to put there? There's Hiyashi Hyuga. And then there's Danzo. Hiyashi? Does he even know how to run his own clan? There is, last time I checked, a rift between the main branch and the side branch. That is what I am fearful of. Hiyashi is young, yes, but he is too brash. Doesn't see outside the lens of his own clan's eyes. And Hokage needs to see that. Yes, I understand. On the other side, then there's Danzo. Cunning, an old bastard. That bastard would have a heart attack after finding out how much paperwork you do, Sensei. Killing two birds with one stone, it would be. No. This is serious, Jiraiya. We really need someone. Only if Minato was here. Then how about Minato's son? The boy. I presume he's old enough. Naruto? Maybe in the future, but not now. The boy is immature, he's young, too young, and he doesn't know most of the time what he does. But from the reports you have given me through the letters, he is sharp and quite smart, to be honest, unpredictable, and he's able to, in broad daylight, prank everyone and run away from Anbus and hide. Yes, that is true, but those are the qualities that you need. A sharp mind, right? All you have to do is just mold it. As Hiruzen was now in a deep thought, you and I could be there as his helpers to guide him. You know what? That might work. And so, in the next council meeting, Hiruzen gave this idea, as most of the council was just shocked, down to the core. Their Jinchuriki, the boy they hated, becoming their Hokage? Is this some sort of joke? As Danzo then said, Hiruzen, I get that the boy is quite smart and the points you're making, but he is even younger than Hiyashi and brash. Too brash, and doesn't know what he would do. Giving such a position to him would be a bad idea. So that is why, how about this? Said Jiraiya, jumping in. Sorry, excuse me, what, Jiraiya? I said, how about this? If we do a slot, whoever wins gets to become the Hokage. This is the fate of a village of ours, not some game. I mean, this way, nobody would have hurtful feelings towards the other, right? May the best man win. But does the boy even know about this? Do I? Said a voice, as following through, Naruto got out of the vent that he was hiding in, as everyone was confused. Even Hiruzen was. My dear boy, what were you doing? Oh, I was just planning something, a surprise for you. As Hiruzen saw a pink smoke bomb that Naruto dropped, as Naruto smiled, you were going to paint my office pink. Yeah, sorry about that. How did you get in? I studied the tunnels. I knew it would connect somewhere, so I was studying them and making a route. How did you even get in? It's quite easy. I know how to hold my breath and how to hide my chakra, so the Anbus won't detect me. What? Said Danzo. Impossible. Even I couldn't see your chakra, and my eyes sees everything, said Hiyashi. Well, I guess they don't. What do you mean by that? If they didn't see me, then they don't see everything. I didn't mean to, hurt your, pride or anything, sir. I'm just stating the obvious. So, what's this talk about Hokage and me being the one? Nobody has said anything about it. We are only giving a suggestion that you would be made into a Hokage, boy. And you, to be honest, are not ready. Who is? I mean, you. You're old enough. And you're the same age as Gigi. And as for him, I heard that the Hyuga clan is kind of split up between and there might be a civil war, so he's not clearly doing a good job. How do you know so much? Hey, when you tend to have a lot of free time in your hands, you observe a lot of stuff. Really now? What else have you observed? Oh, nothing more that the civilians have been seen bribing some shinobis trying to get after me. What? Impossible. Slander. Really now? What about that 100,000 ryus that came from the daimyo and that you slaughtered from the orphanage funds? Hayate-san, as the man Hayate, who was in charge of this, was glared at by everyone. You took the funds of the orphans and used them to target Naruto? No, the boy is lying. Go and bring me the orphan Matrich. As the said woman was brought. Now tell me, is the money given to you that was given to Hayate? No, no such money arrived. And immediately everything was cleared and he was punished. And from there on, people were quite shocked that Naruto was this observant. You really are observant, as you said. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? And so, after that, Naruto then said, can we draw this? If I win, I'll get to become the Hokage. This is not a game. Jeez. Quiet down, you old man. If I become your Hokage, the first thing I'll do is to fire you, see? He's gonna fire me on a whim. No, because you're too cranky, and you are too much negative. I mean, he got you there, Don, so you are too negative. I only think for the betterment of the village. And if that is negative to you, then I'm proud to be as one. Jeez, issues much? As after that we see Naruto then said, "Where do I sign?" Calm down, my dear boy. It will be arranged. And after a week or so, it was arranged. In front of the whole council village, 3 pieces of paper folded were placed into a bingo slot machine. After a lot of rotation back and forth, we see that finally Koharu was the one who was sent there to pick one up. As soon as she did, she opened it as her eyes widened. Oh dear God. People of Konoha, the chosen person to be your Hokage is Naruto Uzumaki. There was a huge pause. A long one. As suddenly Naruto jumped up from his chair and began to do his weird celebration dance. Yes! Yes! Take that, Kiba! At the age of 12, I'm not even a Kenin. I became the Hokage. Sucks to be you, losers. You laughed at me. Look who's laughing now, said Naruto, all the meanwhile laughing. As the shinobis watched this from afar, looked towards one another. Yep, we're gonna die, they said. But what they did not know was what's coming, as Naruto was now seated inside the Hokage desk. And there, Naruto then said, "As the Hokage, I want to see the shinobi's ninjutsu scroll vault." And the first thing he found was the scroll of sealing, from which he found the shadow clone technique which he had trouble doing. Huh, I can't make a clone. How about shadow clone? So, Naruto made 10s of them. What do you want us to do, boss? Hey, how can you talk? Normal clones don't. We don't know. We just do. How about you go grab some scrolls and read? And so, that is what they did while Naruto did his paperwork, until when Hiruzen was there, he had a huge headache. Naruto, are you right, my dear boy? It seems like the kid is having a brain hemorrhage. Maybe it is too much for him. No, the clones, they moved away all at once. They what? I made shadow clones. You learned that technique just by looking at it? That's how you learn, don't you? I mean, of course that is how you do, Naruto, but that is an S-rank technique. A dangerous one that can cause chakra depression and one can die. But I didn't. Of course you didn't. So, what did you learn? Oh, nothing, just... As Naruto made wind bullets on all 5 of his fingers, as well as a water jutsu, and much more. You learned all of that. You know, this paperwork stuff is boring, but you have to do that, Naruto. You know, I've been doing that for years. I got an idea. Since I can do that with clones, why not this? As Naruto made 3 clones, I want you all to do that paperwork. And so, his clones went and did that while Naruto sat on chair, feet on table, and relaxed. The brat outdid you, Sensei. You were right. He is quite unpredictable and resourceful, something that Konoha needs. Hiruzen's eyebrow twitched. I could have done that. Why did not I do that? Why? All these years, the scroll was there. I knew the jutsu. I didn't just think that way. Ah, Gigi, calm down. How about you go and relax? Yeah, that I'm gonna do, kid. Because I need a long time to process what I just saw. In the meantime, the others, the villages outside of Konoha, they have heard the news and were too shocked to process it, and called for a Kage summit immediately. And Naruto was brought there. As Hiruzen was stressing. Why are you stressing, Gigi? Don't know, Naruto. They're gonna try to pressure you and make you say something that might start a war. Really now? If anything else, I'm gonna make them embarrassed. And so, now we see. Naruto was seated there. Greetings, everyone. It's so nice to meet you. I heard quite a lot about you. Hopefully good words. Yeah, I guess I did. A brat like you shouldn't be a Hokage. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but so do the old people who retire in retirement homes after, doing their job, not holding the seats of power. What did you say? Nothing. Nothing at all. What would I say to you? I'm generally speaking. You're talking about me. I knew it! Konoha would do that. Do you have any proof I was talking about you, Tsuchikage-sama? As that is when Oniki was quiet. As Naruto looked towards the Iron Daimyo. Daimyo-san, did you heard me saying anything specifically towards Tsuchikage-sama? No, I thought you spoke generally. As Naruto asked the other Kages one by one. Everyone here agrees that I spoke generally when I said that. Konoha has that problem. And maybe that problem needs to be erased because the next generation can handle this like gentlemen and gentle ladies. Because, let's be honest here. If the old ideologies and stuff still remains, old people still remains, the old hatred will, and that will continue to poison the younger hearts. And there will be continuous wars and battles. Don't you get tired of that? Don't you want to just sit back and have your village grow and watch your people enjoy their life? Living, not just surviving. As all the Kages were in deep thought, even the Iron Country's daimyo, what you're saying, Naruto-san, is quite right. We should all be focusing on ourselves, our homes, instead of fighting one another and showing our egos. But what makes say that you won't attack us? What do I gain out of there? Attacking the other villages, to be honest. Land? Our assets? What assets would you have that we don't? Huts? We have them. People? We have them. Debt? Yeah, we have that too. So yeah, I guess we will be inheriting your debt if anything. So yeah, we don't want to bother that much. Just live and live yourself. What do you say, huh? That is a good idea. Let's test this out. And so, Naruto returned, as there was a permanent ceasefire and a strict penalty for that village who would violate this. And for that time, for a few years, there was peace. Orochimaru tried to disturb it and was caught red-handed, and then through him it was revealed about the Akatsuki. Naruto called for another Kage Summit, in which it was revealed about the Akatsuki members, and immediately the action was taken, taking them out. As Naruto, in the meanwhile, continued to study and learn more and more about techniques and jutsus with the help of his clones. That is until Zetsu escaped from the blood prison, and on his own he began to find a new way, through seals, to reverse summon his mother back in exchange for himself. And he succeeded. His white half Zetsu was there now, trapped eternally, while the black half remained with the mother. And Kaguya Otsutsuki, she was about to release Rampage on everyone. Naruto and the other Kages, now high alert, formed an alliance and went to war with her. She summoned Bijus, monsters, to fight with. But Naruto, in the end, with all the knowledge that he had, a little bit help of the sage, was able to deal with her once and for all, and sealed her way back to where she belonged. Once that was said and done, Naruto was back to his position as the Kage. All the meanwhile, everyone just watched how a boy went from nothing to a Hokage who was going down into the history books as the most legendary and unpredictable person ever. As this is where I will be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.